right. First and foremost, I want to give all honors, praises, glory. All belongs to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Rakafa Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few brothers and sisters that are listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days. All right. I want to speak about being a new creature, right? And therefore, because the brothers are new creatures, they're not going to be linked to anything demonic. Keep that in mind. Because they're new creatures, they're not going to be linked to anything demonic, right? People get mad. You got people that are emotional because you don't want to rock with their demonic covenant. Once you wake up to Yahweh Shai, he's put the Spirit, the Holy Spirit in you, you're not bound to Satan. Now, Satan gets mad because obviously you may have had a covenant with him. That's why I always talk about once you're in the Holy Spirit, you can break all masonry, all witchcraft. You can break that all of your family. Okay? Let's start to Corinthians, Baba Kishar. Check this out. Take 2 Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, if any man be a Mashiach, he is a new creature. Right? If any man be a Mashiach, he is a new creature. New creation. That word for creature is creation. If any man be a Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, he is a new creature. A new creation. You're no longer that old man anymore. So you're not bound to any demonic covenant. Demonic agreement. In the spirit of power of Yahweh Shai, we renounce all. In Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we renounce all demonic covenants, all demonic agreements, all demonic altars. Right? All demonic principalities. The spirit of Jezebel, the spirit of Lilith, we renounce it in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The spirit of black magic, voodoo, obia. Anything that what we may have been connected to, we renounce it in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Because that's the enemy's job, to get you back in line with Satan's whole job is to get you back in line with a demonic covenant. 2 Corinthians 5:17. Behold, all things are become new. Old things are passed away. All things become new. So if old things are passed away, that means the way you were living before. And you become new. You become a new man. All things are of God. All right? Who have reconciled us to himself by Yahweh Shai. So we've been reconciled. We've been brought back to Yahweh Shai. The enemy's very tricky, man. Very tricky. I always talk about agreements. Be careful what you agree to. I'm in agreement with Yahweh Shai. I'm not in agreement with demons, man. Right? Most of these people, they're in agreement with demons. And I've given us the ministry of reconciliation, to wit that God, Yahweh Shai, was in Mashiach, reconciling the world unto himself, not imputing their trespasses unto them, and have committed unto us the word of reconciliation. So this is the word of reconciliation, man. Back to Yahweh Shai. Right? Not no cult. Yahweh Shai was not in a cult. He had a brotherhood, but the brotherhood was the disciples and the apostles. Right? They were not in a demonic agreement, a satanic agreement. Yahweh Shai, he was in a godly agreement, which is a covenant, is an agreement. Right? An oath. Right? And it says, Baba Kishar, check this out. Ephesians 3. And it's jumped straight to verse 20. But if you have not learned so Mashiach, if so be that you have heard him and have been taught by him, right? As truth in Yahweh Shai that you put on, or put off, Salakia, the former conversation, Yahweh Shai, new creatures. And that word for creature is what? Creation. So we want to be a new creation in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And that's why we have to put off the patterns. I always say the patterns of things you were doing. If you find yourself doing them same patterns and it was how you were acting in the world, you have to stop doing that. You have to stop doing that, because that's called a familiar spirit. And that familiar spirit, it seeks to control. That's what a familiar spirit is. A familiar spirit is a controlling spirit. Okay? That's what a familiar spirit is. So we want to put on the new man, which is according to righteousness. Oh, that's having a piss. According to righteousness. So that's what we want to do. Put on a new man, right? And don't return back to the old man. Okay, let's go to, where was he? Ephesians, right? He's taking a piss. Where is it? Let's go to Ephesians 4. And where was he? That you put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt according to deceitful lust, right? It says according, right, to the deceitful lusts. So the lusts are deceitful, and the enemy, that's what he wants. He wants you to hold on to that, hold on to it. Now, if you hold on to those things, then there ain't no certainty that you're going to make it on the first go around. We want to make sure, please, Yahweh Shai, on putting off the old lust. The enemy wants you to remain how you were living in the world. That's why he creates patterns. That's why witches try to do that. They try to get information. Well, how was he when he was in the world? Let's see if we can let's bring someone around him who's smoking weed, if he used to smoke weed. Or he likes women. Let's bring women around him. Let's do this. That's a familiar spirit. And when you were in the world, you had a familiar spirit on you, an unclean spirit. And it wants to come back again. It tells you that in Luke. Excuse me just a minute. Quickly go to Luke. This is not a game. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of Yahweh Shai. We have to be attentive to what he's saying. So let's go to Luke 11 and 24. When an unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. So the unclean spirit leaves brothers, right, when they wake up to the truth. It leaves. Whatever spirit that was, it goes. It says seeking rest. Right? Seeking rest. So that unclean spirit, it doesn't have no resting place. It says it's seeking rest. So it's looking for a body. Because an unclean spirit, it doesn't die. It does get cast out. It doesn't die. So this unclean spirit's everywhere, and that's why we got to guard ourselves. We got to make sure we're clean physically, more so spiritually. Right? And it says, seeking rest and findeth none. This spirit is very aggressive. It's a familiar spirit. Seeking rest, but it findeth none. That's like vexation, right? Vexation spirit. Okay. And he saith, I will return unto my house whence I came out. So it's looking to return to a house where it came out. It wants to return back to your vessel. It wants to use you. I will return to my house whence I came out. That spirit wants to use your body. Unclean spirit, familiar spirit, they're two of the same things. And it says, and when he cometh and he findeth it swept and garnished. And he said, I'll return to my house whence I came out. The unclean spirit is looking to return back to your body, man. This is why I always say, brothers, make sure you're doing as much as you can. Make sure you're praying. Make sure we're fasting. Make sure we're being brotherly. Right? Make sure your surroundings are clean. The spirits, they're going to use anything. But they use old habits. That's why they want to get back in. They're looking for a gateway. And when he cometh it, he findeth it swept and garnished, decorated. You know when you sweep and garnish your house is completely empty. Completely empty. Right? Then goeth he and taketh to him 7 other spirits. 7 other spirits, man. Because it's swept and garnished. Right? But that's a process of time. Make sure you're reading at least a chapter a day. I need to do that as well. Read at least a chapter a day. Then goeth he and taketh to him 7 other spirits. That's a completion. 7 other spirits. That's legion. So them 7 other spirits come back with vengeance. And it's more wicked. And it says, and it's more wicked than himself. So these are wicked spirits that are looking to inhabit your body and make you do wicked, reprobate stuff. And they enter in and dwell there, and the last state of that man is worse than the first. So it says the last state of that, and it says they enter in and they dwell there. They dwell in your mind and in your body, but they actually dwell in your mind. So these spirits want to enter back in. These spirits want to take over your vessel and have you doing things that you should not be doing. You have to pray, fast, Yahushua, please keep me in the spirit. Keep me in your spirit. Whatever you want me to do, Yahushua. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. It says it. The last state. Right? That's why you have to be a new creature. New creature. So the things that you were doing before, over a process of time, you stop doing those things. Because if you don't, then the unclean spirit will return. Okay? Put on the new man, which is created after righteousness. Romans 12 as well. And be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is acceptable, the new man, not the old. The old man is deceitful. The old man is wicked. And that's what people miss. Your family members, oh, I miss the old you. And if they're telling you that, bro, if anyone's telling you, I miss the old you, that's a good sign that you changed. And hey, how so much people saying that? Oh, I miss the old you. That's the new you speaking. That's a good sign. That actually means you've changed. All right? So Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to shut off here. And until the next time, Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.